Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Heber and Best Everything. I talked Vietnamese in the previous 2 episodes, so now I will speak English because I want to sharpen my language proficiencies during the COVID-19 pandemic shutdown. Right now it's raining outside, so this video will have the most natural rain sound effect. So, many people may probably question why I continue to make autism videos despite the fact that so few people see them. That is something I am well aware of as a content creator. However, I am aware that there are far too few parents who are concerned about autism. Autism is viewed as a dreadful sickness by parents. They are, however, entirely incorrect. Autistic individuals can have good mental health. People with autism, on the other hand, frequently suffer from mental health issues. Autism has several levels, and diagnosing autism early will make the choice to learning and developmental route less challenging later on, despite the fact that there are relatively few views. After 2 episodes, I have gotten several emails from my friends and my relatives who have seen those indications in their children. I'm moved when my efforts make even a minor good influence on their surrounding environment. In this video, we will discuss 3 levels of autism. In addition, we will discuss how autism spectrum disorders are diagnosed and the impact of the increasing rate of autism. Because of the variability of symptom expression, autism is considered a spectrum disorder. Symptoms can range in severity, and the amount of support that an individual requires might also vary depending on the severity of symptoms. In the new DSM-5 Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, autism is described in terms of levels of support required. Someone who has a Level 1 diagnosis does require support. These individuals may be verbal but have difficulty initiating and sustaining interactions with others. They may have decreased interest in interacting with others, and their restricted repetitive behaviors may interfere with functioning in one or more contexts. Someone with a level 2 diagnosis might require substantial support. There may be marked deficits in social interactions even with support in place. The restricted and repetitive behaviors are obvious to the casual observer and might interfere with functioning in many contexts and can cause distress when interrupted or redirected. Someone with a level 3 diagnosis may require very substantial support. They may have severe deficits in verbal and non-verbal communication, very limited initiation and response to social overture from others, and the restricted repetitive behavior interfere with functioning across all contexts. So, how are autism spectrum disorders diagnosed? A comprehensive diagnostic evaluation should include behavioral observation, interviews with caregivers and providers, a medical and behavioral history, and other medical tests in order to rule out certain genetic conditions, hearing loss, and other illnesses or conditions that may cause similar behavioral characteristics. Why is it important to seek out a medical diagnosis if autism is suspected? A medical diagnosis may help in determining the course of treatment or the service that individual is eligible to receive. Private healthcare providers, insurance, or Medicaid can also provide and pay for treatments such as behavioral health treatment with a medical diagnosis of autism spectrum disorders. Now we're gonna watch a video. In this video, Elizabeth Morgan, a parent of a child on autism spectrum, shares her family's experience with a diagnostic process.
So our son was actually 2 years and 4 months when we got the diagnosis of autism. I think, like all parents, it was something that we definitely were not prepared for. We actually had been in early intervention for quite a bit before we got the diagnosis. So we had known that there were some speech delays, so we had been in early intervention since 18 months. But when we really weren't seeing much progress, that's when it was recommended by our regional center representative to have further evaluation, and that evaluation included an autism evaluation. And so went in that day one way and came out another. once we got the diagnosis of autism, the services that my son received absolutely changed. We were receiving speech 1 day a week because he had a speech delay, a diagnosis early on, but after we got the diagnosis, we were able to, of course, increase in our services, and we were also adding in quite a few extras. So in addition to additional speech, we also received occupational therapy, and then we also started behavioral therapy.